Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of It's Bee Time. Today we are going to look at how honey is made and the tools that are needed to harvest it.
We'll also take a look in your honey supers to see how it's doing. Let's get started.
Honeybees make honey as a way of storing and saving food for colder months. When they are not able to leave their hive as often, there are not as many flowers to gather food from.
You might be wondering, if honeybees make honey to feed themselves, is it okay for humans to take it and eat it too?
The answer is yes. Honeybees make about 2 to 3 times more honey each year than they need to survive for winter.
So how do bees make honey, you may ask? Well, honey is nectar converted into honey. The bees remove the moisture from the nectar and store it in the wax honeycomb.
Honeybees will remove the moisture content in nectar by fanning their wings. This creates airflow around the honeycomb and helps water evaporate from the nectar.
Once the moisture is removed, the bees then will cap the cell with wax to preserve it.
The taste of honey, color, and flavor is determined by the flower the honeybee visits.
Different flowers have different kinds of nectar. Let's take a look at your supers and see how they're doing.
So they haven't got up to the top yet and started drawing out this comb. They'll start working from the bottom up. Oh, then here, this is like the top box is the last box they'll get to. Let's keep working our way down. So this frame, they've started to draw out more and get it ready, but they haven't filled it up with nectar yet because they're still filling up the bottom box. So now we're getting to the bottom box, which means they should have some honey packed in. Let's take a look. This is a nice honey frame. They've capped it, it looks good, ready to go in the extractor and be processed.
Here are some interesting facts. A single honeybee will only create 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey during its lifetime. That means it takes 12 honeybees to make 1 teaspoon.
Most worker bees live only a maximum of 6 weeks during spring and summer. It also takes 1,286 bees to work their whole entire life to fill up a jar of honey. To make a pound of honey, it will require honeybees to visit up to 2 million flowers. Here are a few answers to some of your questions from this week. What is the name for baby bees? Baby bees are actually brood that hasn't hatched yet.
After they hatch, they will then take on the role of nurse bees. The nurse bees feed the larvae and are great at building new honeycomb in our honey supers.
Why do male bees not sting? Male bees, called drones, do not have a stinger, so you don't have to worry about them.
Why can there only be one queen bee in a hive? The queen is the only bee laying eggs in the colony at one time to keep the hive functioning properly. She releases a pheromone that communicates to the other bees to keep them working.
Think of the hive as a business. There is always a CEO running the business, as she is the hive's CEO.
You may be wondering how we get the honey out of the hive. Let me show you the tools we use for processing honey.
Uncapping knife. Scraper. Extractor, it slings all the honey out. The strainer, we strain it into the buckets.
It was great seeing you all again. Our next video, we will show you how we process the honey and bottle it.
We will see you next time, and remember, be a good student
Be helpful.
and always be kind.